everyone, to this live radio variety show coming from the cosmic radio receptors of KCIWLP 100.7 FM, located in lovely, warm Banana Belt, coastal Brookings in Oregon. My name is Dr. Gigi, and you are tuned into this week's edition of Doc and Jacques. My co-host is, again, Jacques Wolf Kepler. People ask me if you're still going by Wolf.
Of course, because your brother's name, Wolf. Of course, my doctor here is German, so I love the name Wolf with a little thing over the U.
So how are you, Jacques?
Oh, I'm doing just fine. It's a fabulous day here on Wednesday, June 26, 2024, Brookings, Crescent City, Gold Beach. It's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful weather and warm and no wind and fun.
Banana Belt. As you know, we start each week's show with a segment full of interesting topics we call MD10.
And then after my interesting doctor, German doctor, who just told me today, I just found out you actually lived in Phoenix too. So not only did you operate on people in the Bronx Hospital in New York, live in London, work in London as a doctor. Now you tell me you were in Phoenix for a short while. Okay. My esteemed German-born Dr. Gigi will go to get around to her interesting medical tidbits, and then I will introduce this week's guest for a creatively composed, colorfully cosmopolitan, consequentially cordial, charming conversation with a coastal community celebrity like we have in the studio today.
We tried to top off the hour with Fun Time Corner, filled with quotes and somewhat funny jokes.
Although the jokes bombed earlier.
Yeah, they kind of did.
No, they won't.
Well, before we get into our MD10, let's have some shout-outs.
Oh, yeah. Our shout-outs. We got some new listeners today. Actually, new. He's an old friend of mine back to the grade school days. Peter Davidson and his lovely wife, Emily, are now listening, and they're streaming it live from Santa Monica, California. They just got back from Machu Picchu.
Wow.
And they were there for the solstice.
Machu.
It's like, that's for the privilege. That's for the rich and famous go. We were there at the solstice.
We'll go next year.
We will go. I've been there twice.
Oh, I haven't.
I saw Jimmy Carter and Rosalind there. You know that story.
Yeah.
Long time ago. We also shout out to Jaden and Jared and Grant. And hey, Vera, what's going down? And Pearl.
Rebecca,
yeah, Pearl. And Rebecca,
Dave,
Janice, Dave. We got quite a crew listening. We thank you for listening. This is a great show for us to have. We have a lot of fun with it. Okay, doctor, what do you have for us? A medical
So
MD?
Today, when I came into the studio, two people asked me, what are you talking about? And I said, arthritis. One person said, oh, that sounds boring. The other one said, ooh, that sounds interesting. So we'll see what it will be.
I mean, to me, its mom had arthritis so bad that it was, Peter would remember this, my mother was crippled severely from, I think it was rheumatoid arthritis, but so special to me, but okay.
So arthritis is not just one disease. It's an umbrella term for joint inflammation. Arthritis is inflammation in the joints.
Did you say inflagration of joints?
No, not a conflagration or inflagration.
Okay.
Inflammation.
Right.
There are over, and I talk about inflammation, there are over 100 different types of arthritis, each with their own cause, symptoms, treatments.
Whoa.
So we're going to talk about a couple. The first one is osteoarthritis, which is the most common form. It's often called wear and tear. That's what I call it, wear and tear arthritis. So you have osteoarthritis first of all, joints are made up of bones touching other bones, except for they're not quite touching. And the end of the bones are covered in cartilage, which protects them from touching each other. And then in between there is the synovial fluid, which is fluid, and fluid cannot really be compressed. So the bones should never touch each other, except for osteoarthritis is when the cartilage actually breaks down, till the bones basically touch bones, and that's the very painful part.
Sounds like an older person's disease, kind of.
It is an older person's. It's wear and tear. So the more you live, the more you wear and tear. So yeah, it's quite painful.
So I've heard.
Yeah. The symptoms are, of course, pain, stiffness, swelling of the joints, especially the hands, knees,
Yeah,
hips,
the
and
hands,
spine.
right? Wow.
The treatment is, believe it or not, mild to moderate osteoarthritis is treated with physical therapy. So movement, just the right movement exercise, very important.
Mom used to have injections, although she had rheumatoid, I think. Oh, you're getting to that. Okay. Sorry.
There are other injections, steroid injections, for example, that can be given. Often weight loss helps because often people are overweight, and then there's just so much stress on the joints that the bones kind of get pushed to the other bone. In severe cases, you do joint replacements.
All right. That was osteoarthritis.
That was osteoarthritis.
Is that the most common one or not?
That's the most common one.
Okay.
Rheumatoid arthritis is an autoimmune disorder. So where your own body attacks your own joints somehow. So in real life, they don't really know how it works. But if you're positive to certain autoimmune antibodies and inflammatory markers, that's when you're diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis.
Okay. RA.
So rheumatoid arthritis, yeah, RA. So it is highly inflammatory. So now we need to know what inflammation means. Inflammation, not inflagration. Inflammation.
Well, I was talking about joint inflammation.
Is when the body screams out to the body saying, help me, I'm in pain, I'm damaged, I'm bothered. So the body comes and tries to help by sending in certain chemicals, which is your inflammation. So the body tries to heal, but really, especially in rheumatoid arthritis, it makes it worse while trying.
Yeah.
So that's kind of sad.
Okay.
It's very painful. So symptoms, again, joint pain, swelling, stiffness. Often it's symmetrical, and often it starts with the small little joints.
Why, when I hear doctors saying symmetrical, what is that?
Oh, well, it's on both sides, like you have it on the left hand and the right hand.
The same spot, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or in the both knees.
And that's something you want to see or you don't want to see?
No, you don't want to have any of this. But if you have it, that would be an indication that is more rheumatoid arthritis than osteoarthritis.
Okay, if they say both my hands are hurting.
Yeah.
Or my wrist. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So the treatment is interesting because the treatment is, number one, it's called disease-modifying anti-rheumatic drugs, or DMARDs.
DMARDs, yeah, okay.
They are number one. Number one of that is methotrexate, which is actually an anti-neoplastic and anti-cancer medication.
Huh.
They don't know how it works, why it works, but it's a very, very good medication. It turns down the inflammation and it lowers your autoimmune response to make more inflammation. So other medications that work are all working on getting the inflammation down, because really there is no real cause that is known. This is what is wrong with you, and that's why you have this rheumatoid arthritis. They only know certain autoimmune antibodies are elevated, in that how it works is not known yet.
Okay, how many of your patients approximately have arthritis? Is it quite a few?
Oh, there are lots and lots and lots, yeah. Rheumatoid arthritis, I have quite a few because we don't really have a lot of rheumatologists here. We have none. So, and not everybody can go to Grants Pass or Eureka where there are rheumatologists. So usually they need to be seen by a specialist, a rheumatologist, because if the stronger medications they're called biologicals, you have to monitor the body, and so that needs to be really done by a rheumatologist, by a specialist.
Okay.
But they all function in lowering the inflammation.
My friend owns a bunch of hotels. He's a rheumatologist. Okay, so bad. What are the other types of arthritis?
All right, good. So the next one is gout.
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 Hey, Peter, remember Dad had that gout stool? My friend Peter would remember that. My dad put up on this big stool. It was a weird stool. It's antique.
So gout is caused by a buildup of uric acid in the joints, which is found in shrimp. You're right.
You told me we had shrimp last night, right?
And I said, yum, gout.
We're back on the vegan diet, so we had shrimp. And she says, I ate about 10 of them. And they were colossal. They were great. But then she says, do you have gout?
So everybody knows there are purine-rich foods like shrimp, red meat, alcohol, which in real life, I have to say, doesn't make sense to me as a biochemist. I was a biochemist
Flavored
before.
alcohol doesn't make sense to me either. Yeah.
So uric acid comes from purines. Purines is in our genetic material. That's part of our genetic material. So who has genetic material? Everything alive.
Wow.
There are also other purines in there, but apparently there is more purines in certain foods. Now, why is alcohol in there? Because alcohol is not just alcohol. It has other stuff in it. Especially beer has yeast in it with DNA. So alcohol-free beer also causes gout.
Okay. Thanks a lot for getting me back into beer after going to Germany. I'd never drank beer. Now I'm a beer drinker. Okay.
So that treatment is interesting enough also. An anti-neoplastic. Well, there's allopurinol. That is, you take that every day, so you make less uric acid. But also an NSAID like indomethacin, which is like NSAID like Aleve or
Yeah.
and ibuprofen, and an anti-neoplastic, again, an anti-cancer medication.
What are some of the symptoms? My dad's big toe. I guess it was the toe, right, or the finger?
The gout, the joint where the toe is. That's usually where the first sign is. It's
What
very
about cherry
red,
juice?
very swollen, very painful. Cherry juice is also something that one can eat. Yeah.
Tart cherry juice is good for combating gout. That's what I always heard. Okay. All right. What else? The one more?
The last one, only one more, is lupus. A lot of people are afflicted with lupus, which is like the grand slam of autoimmune disease. You have basically you can have every autoimmune disease out there. Lupus can attack any kinds of organs and joints and everything. Give the huge inflammation. Yeah, lupus.
What a weird name, huh?
Yeah, it means wolf.
It means Wolf. Yeah, I got German. I speak German now. My name is Wolf. Peter doesn't know. All right, folks. Well, that's good. I appreciate that information about arthritis. It wasn't that boring. It wasn't. I mean, you've had some boring subjects, I thought, but I'm always curious of that. No, I like that. Mom had arthritis so bad that she was a clinical case. Her hands were literally knotted up.
Yeah, so she had rheumatoid arthritis.
A lot of kids, too. She had 7 kids. Okay. Hello, music lovers of Brookings, Crescent City, and beyond. We have a special show for you. Today on Doc and Jacques, we will be turning into the soulful frequencies of our local sonic landscape, focusing on an artist whose melodies resonate with the very heartbeat of our community. Imagine, if you will, a guitar string. It's vibrating, it's tight, it's alive with potential energy. Much like that string, our guest tonight, or this afternoon, has been stretched by life's experiences, and he's got some of his life experiences, only to emerge as an instrument of pure, raw emotion. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about none other than Vince Danna. Vince is a man who's walked many paths, each leaving its indelible mark on his music and our region. Like a river carving its way through this landscape, his journey from prison guard, prison guard we'll get that, to a virtuoso guitarist and a singer and a songwriter, has shaped a very unique musical terrain. His songs are the tributaries of that local musical river, let's call it, and it carries the sediment of human experience of joy and pain and loss and love, and deposits them into the delta of our collective consciousness. I'm getting kind of deep there.
Yeah.
As a lead guitarist, Vince's fingers dance across the fretboard with the precision of a master locksmith, unlocking doors to emotional realms that I didn't even know existed. His riffs are like keys, each opening a different chamber of our hearts. But Vince isn't content to simply play. Nope. He's like an alchemist of old. He transmutes the base metals of everyday life into the gold of original compositions. He's good at this. He writes great songs. His songs are mirrors, reflecting our own experiences back to us, polished by the cloth of his unique perspective. And in a world where so much music is mass-produced, Vince Danna's art is artisanal. Each note is crafted with the care of a sculptor, chiseling away at the marble of silence until the statue of a song emerges. His voice, you'll hear his voice, just fantastic. His playing is amazing. He's been involved in Disturbing the Peace, now with his own cosmic band, Black GTO. That speaks to the versatility of his talent. Vince is a chameleon of sound, and he adapts to different musical environments and venues, always bringing his distinctive hue to the palette. Yet, it is as a solo artist that you will hear shortly that we can feel the full spectrum of his abilities.
Oh.
Yep. So today, we invite you to open your ears and your hearts, as we explore the musical world of Vince Danna. Vince, welcome to Doc and Jacques here at KCIW.
Well, welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Yeah, I think I had a little more there to say, but I said enough. There we go. Yeah. You're an amazing guy. We've known each other on the spectrum for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
You've been in the studio K-Fug with me with
Disturbing the Peace.
Disturbing the Peace, yeah. I still have that one great video. That's one of the most watched videos I have on Facebook of you playing.
When you guys were singing and playing.
Yeah, in the studio, Darren was singing. And who's the bass player who just recently left?
Alex Ritter is our new bass player.
Alex Ritter's a new one.
And Charlie Perry is our new drummer for Disturbing the Peace.
And you were at Enoteca
Friday?
Friday, yeah. Yes, we were.
Enoteca, for those that you don't know, is Crescent City's premier
Party place.
Yeah, party place.
Music.
Yeah, and Enoteca means, do you know what Enoteca means, Vince?
I don't.
It means wine library.
Oh.
I thought
that's something new for me.
That's pretty deep.
I never really paid attention to it.
Can you get wine there? Yeah,
it's a wine library, and Daryl Winkleman it's kind of that's interesting. All right,
Vince, how long have you been here in this area?
I moved here in 1990.
Mm-hmm.
I started at the prison, Pelican Bay, when it first opened.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And I was here for 9 years, and then I transferred down south to California State Prison, Los Angeles. And then I worked there for 9 years. And then I came back up here, and I finished out my time here until 2015 when I retired.
And you were what in the prison?
When I retired, I was a lieutenant.
Oh.
So you were in the guarding section of it? You were the...
Yeah, I was a guard.
You were a guard. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And we talked to Cara today on my earlier show. And she was mentioning that you worked together with her.
Yeah, we did. Years ago.
Yeah. Do you still? What's your favorite thing about this area?
The ocean.
The ocean.
It's the only place in California you can live near an ocean and not have to pay $1 million for your house.
That's a very good point.
We're getting there, though, I guess. Right?
Well, yeah, I guess there's some of those ones out. Oh, yeah, there are $1 million estates in Brookings and in Crescent City, up on the hills.
Now, where do you see improvement possible in this fantastic area?
I think, in Brookings is doing pretty good. Crescent City, I think maybe the Front Street area, maybe they can, if they could ever make it turn into kind of like a boardwalk, or something down the road, that would be nice. I know they're talking about building an auditorium there.
They are going to,
on the high school.
Yeah,
yeah,
the high school, but they were actually talking about building in the Front Street Park.
No kidding.
That giant auditorium. They're kind of like the one at the Azalea Festival.
Yeah,
up at Azalea Park. Yeah,
that would be nice.
So that would be nice. That'd be a pretty good place.
They should. Nick Rail is in charge of the Performing Arts Center that's going up there at the high school. That should bring some pretty good
musicians and everything else in here.
Open it up a little bit. He's been on the show. What do you wish our area had, Vince, that we don't?
I'd say probably more entertainment. Kind of like it's nice to go to concerts,
Wow.
and I have to drive, it's 4 hours or 5 hours or 8 hours to go see a concert.
True.
But I think, Medford's, you can go there and see some concerts sometimes, and and the Brit, they got the Brit.
The Brit, that's right.
We're coming to see you guys, so you
and then usually on the 4th of July around that area, we have like a deck party. We got the Front Street bands play, and that time of year is really a lot of fun in Crescent City.
It's going to be blast. I can't believe it's been 1 year since 4th of July. We were at Enoteca at the Wine Library, and it was
packed. The third, I think.
Wait, you guys played Disturbing the Peace.
We played. Disturbing the Peace played. We played Front Street.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
last year, and then the year before that we played it. I think it was a deck party, or was it the year before that? After that,
Yeah, where's the deck party? That's the one.
a deck party is right in front of the cultural center.
Yeah. Okay.
and off of First Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it always seems, last year was cold, right? Right in the middle of July.
It rained.
It.
We've my other band, Black GTO, played Front Street, and as we were playing, it started pouring.
Oh, no.
Oh my goodness! What did you do? So how long have you been playing the guitar?
Oh, well, I started off as a drummer.
Really?
I'm one of those guys, super talented.
And then my dad told me to get rid of the drums.
It was too loud.
Couldn't handle it. So then I started playing guitar, I don't know, it was maybe 11, 12.
Cool.
And
That's.
You picked it up right away? Guitar from drumming? Guitar is like totally different, I would imagine.
Yeah, well, I just kind of messed with it for a while. And I didn't really start getting really heavy into it until I was like maybe 15.
Yeah.
And then I started playing keg parties in Chino. And when I
So you
lived
grew
in
up
Chino,
down in
California.
Southern California.
Yeah, I grew up in Chino.
All right. Cool.
Now, what other instruments do you play?
Just that guitar.
Okay. Do you still play the drums? If you
No,
Yeah.
I haven't played them in so long. I don't think I could do it.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of time to learn to be able to, get your foot pedal and all that stuff going.
Yeah.
And I just never really stuck with it.
I could never figure out the drums.
I know you think it's the hardest instrument to play.
I think it is. I mean, for me, like you said, get the whole beat going. Pretty amazing.
So how did you get first involved in disturbing the peace when it happened?
Well, they at the prison, they have a Employees Appreciation Day every year.
Yeah.
So the chief deputy warden, I was working in as a watch commander, and he came in one day and he had heard I play guitar. So he said, "Would you be interested in playing with a couple other guys at the prison for Employee Appreciation Day, just playing music for them?" I said, "Yeah, sure, why not?" So we got together, we started practicing, and I can't remember what, September, I think that's when they had it or something like that. And then every year for like maybe 3, 4, or 5 years, we played for every Appreciation Day.
Disturbing the Peace has been around a long time, too.
Yeah, and then we were playing, and then somebody heard us play, and they asked us if Disturbing the Peace if we wanted to play for the 4th of July.
Oh, so you were recalled.
Yeah, somebody saw us play and asked us, so we said, yeah, I guess we can do that. So we did that, and that's kind of where it all started. And as far as the band playing gigs and stuff, but prior to that, we played at Darren's house. We just had a gathering, and we just played there, and just some cover songs and stuff.
Darren the singer, right?
Yeah,
Darren was a singer, yeah. And just from there on, we've just been playing. I think we've been playing together for 11 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So how many original members do you still have?
Me, Darren, and Tony Martell.
You're the hard-driving lead guitar. Man, you play a tough lick, man. You play really, really well and deep. And then I always, when I would go to Disturbing the Peace, Darren is the singer, so I didn't quite know that you sang well until I saw you with Black GTO, and I was flummoxed. I was like,
well, I didn't do much singing with Disturbing the Peace, except for backing.
Yeah, yeah.
I just really no need for it. It kind of freed me up to do what I could do. And then in 2018, I met Ray Martell, and he had a little studio. And we were talking, and I said, well, I got music I want to record. And he says, well, come on down to the studio. And so we started doing that. And then at first I was going to play all the instruments.
Oh.
And then I realized, well, I better find a drummer because I can't play drums that good. So, and then he said, well, there's a guy named Greg Johnson who plays drums really well. And he was in a band called, what was the name of the band? I can't think of it right now. But he had... said, well, let's ask him. And I said, sure. And then they came in, and I had all these tracks. I had 10 or 11 songs I wanted to record.
Those were your original songs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that turned out to be my first album.
Oh, cool.
So then the first album, and then Ray's son, Nick Martell, played guitar, so he did the backing guitar for me. And then it just started that way. And then next thing you know, we got one album out, then we started gigging.
Yeah.
So I think we played at just small little type of things. And Gordy Brothers is a restaurant. We played there, and we played some other places. And then the next thing you know, we're kind of like playing here and playing there. And then we started working on the second album, which is Second Gear.
And these are all originals too?
Yeah, all original.
Okay.
And then from there on, and then we started playing here in Inoteca, doing in different little places and stuff like that. And then my third album came out, Changing Time, and then the last one just came out, Red Lines.
Wow.
That's the one where we actually have vinyl edition on it too.
Oh,
So
cool.
you probably, when you hear us play, we
cool
usually
is that?
play sometimes we'll play like 10 songs of our originals.
I know Paul Kritz at K-Fug, the manager, has one of your vinyls.
Yeah, we gave him one.
Yeah, so he plays it. This is great. And you are a songwriter. Now, here, let me reflect. When I first heard Disturbing the Peace with you playing, you guys just pump out dance songs, cover songs.
Yeah.
Okay, cover songs. So Black GTO comes along, and you guys also play good cover songs, but then you intermingle them with your originals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's different because Disturbing the Peace has no originals.
Yeah, we have originals.
I do that. I was just testing you.
Yeah. And we got Help Me Through. We have a song called, we have an album, a little EP out.
Okay. Well,
And it's it's the same like Pandora and iTunes and all that stuff. The same as my Black GTO albums.
Okay.
They're all out on, streaming.
right.
And I think we got 4 songs on there. And it was just something we were messing around with.
I know our engineers, Tom Bozak and Ray Simon, are in the. We want to have original music here because of the copyright infringement and whatnot. And I said, hey, he's a guy to have. He has a lot of stuff. You're a big poster on Facebook, social media. You're putting yourself out there. You're brave to do it. I mean, number one, just sitting there.
I just do it for fun. It's just something to do.
Yeah.
When you're retired, you got to do something.
Yeah, right on. And it is fun. It is cool. It is. They're good songs. You play the background, and some of them you play the guitar, some you just sing to the cam music behind you. But it's really, really good. Good for you. And that when we have seen Black GTO, I mean, get ready to dance. Put your dance shoes on because you guys will pump it. Which song was Holy Roller on?
That was on second gear.
Second Gear. Okay, that's
The album. Yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
So tell me about the name Black GTO.
When I was a kid, I had a GTO. It wasn't black though. It was like a blue and with a white top. And when I decided, well, what can I name the album, for the band, type thing, and I just came, I had a GTO. I said, okay, well, first I had Purple GTO because I had an album back in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Like 2003, it was an instrumental album. It was called Purple GTO. And I thought, okay, well, it's called Black GTO because that sounds better, So I ran it by, by Ray, and they said, that sounds cool. I said, okay, let's just stick with that, And then it's been Black GTO ever since.
Trivia, what does GTO stand for? Listeners, Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo.
What is the...
Something.
really strange, it's like bomba.
Yeah, we
I think
looked
it's
it up.
Gran Turismo. So it's named after a car.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. You could have been the Pentos or the Vegas, but
Oh, it could have been, yeah.
Pinto.
some Pentos.
It just I just like the sound of it. It sounds
does sound good.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. How many people are in the band?
Black GTO is 4 of us,
Okay.
and then in Disturbing the Peace, there's 5.
Who was your guest guy that we saw at Inoteca? There was some other.
That was
guitarist.
Billy DeMata.
Okay.
He's from Grants Pass. He's a casting director for movies and stuff.
Cool.
He does a lot of the cast. He's been doing it for like 30 years or something.
Right on.
Were you running into casting?
Well, no, I was selling an amp of mine, a cabinet.
Oh.
He just happened to, so selling on Facebook, right? And he just happened to go, hey, I'm interested. And I said, okay. And he goes, are you coming up to Grants Pass anytime soon? And I said, well, yeah. Well, matter of fact, I am. I'm going to a dentist up there. So I brought it up there, and then he paid for it. And then we started talking. And then he says, well, yeah, he said he bought our albums and was listening to them. I was like, oh, that's cool.
That's really cool.
So then, and I said, well, anytime you want to jam with us, let me know. And then next thing you know, well, there's there. Actually, he's on our last album on a song called Guardian Angel. He's doing the solo part and backing the rhythm with Nick. Nick and him are doing the rhythm and he's doing the solo, and I'm just playing rhythm with it as I'm singing.
So if somebody that knows nothing about the Black GTO and want to look you up, then what do they do? Go to Google, type in Black GTO. Do they go to YouTube?
Just type in Black GTO. Band, Black GTO band, and then it'll pop up.
Okay. Wow, folks, we are already at that halfway mark of this week's edition of Doc and Jacques. You're tuned into KCIW 100.7 FM in Brookings, Oregon. And we are proudly a non-commercial community radio station. A couple times now we've had guests to come in. We have our guests.
Not our guests that we're interviewing, just guests
like your guests. And we've had people that have been interested in possibly being on the show.
Hi, Annie.
Annie and Karen, and I'm just thinking of these other people. So we want to extend out to the public that if you know us, reach out to us. And if you want to see what it's like to be in a studio and you're attentively quiet and having an interest in this, you're welcome to come and reach out to us. And the best way is to find us on Facebook. I think it's Jacques Kepner, Kepner, and you could look me up and friend me on Facebook. You can do the same thing with Vince. And we are at that point. So
now I have questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vince, tell us one of your most memorable or favorite performance so far, wherever it was, with which group or solo.
I'd say, God, there's so many of them.
Weren't you on? You were on.
We opened up for John Montgomery at Fairgrounds years ago.
Yeah.
That was a good one. And then opened up for Uncle Cracker.
Yeah. See, I've heard of Uncle Cracker.
Yeah. And
kind of famous now.
Yeah, those are memorable.
Yeah.
That's,
Diners, dives,
and
drive-in.
Black GTO. We've done quite a bit. We've been playing like Grants Pass. We played the Sound Lounge. That was a fun one to do.
Yeah.
Cool.
And play the Fairgrounds. That's fun to do. And then we play local. And then we just played Checo Brewery here about a month ago
When we were gone.
So is it memorable because it was fun, or is it memorable
fun,
because somebody came up and gave you a rose or something?
No, it's just, you look at the crowds, how the crowds are and stuff. If the crowds are having a good time, then
You see us dancing?
Yeah, I dance.
Yeah, we dance at every dance we go to. We love dancing. Now, you change your venue a little bit depending on the crowds, right? If the crowd's really dancing, you're going to maybe morph into some other songs, more dance songs, or.
Well, we have Disturbing Peace, we've been playing for 11 years, so we have a lot bigger amount of songs that we can pick from.
Yeah.
And then we're working on that with Black GTO. And Black GTO now we're playing, we play a lot different from what I play with Disturbing Peace. Disturbing Peace usually plays, like country, we play just a lot of dance songs, stuff like that. Black GTO plays like Scorpions, Van Halen.
Yes.
And we play Van Halen, Disturbing Peace, but different songs. We play like just a lot of the real hard rock stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Get you going.
And then we play a lot of our originals.
Cool.
All
right.
Well, if you want to start.
You want to start hooking up there, I'm going to tell a little bit more about KCIW. We are an exemplary 501c3 radio station. You can find out more by going to kciw.org. That's so simple, kciw.org. You can then also you can listen to this at your own leisure, the show later on. It's archived. You could just go to past shows on KCIW, scroll down alphabetically to Doc and Jacques or any other show. There's so many good things happening here at KCIW. And if you would like to donate your time and money, I can't think of a better place to do it than reaching out to KCIW here in Brookings, Oregon, and beyond. Okay, Vince is in the studio, and he has 3 to 4 songs to play. What is the first song we're going to hear about?
The first one's, they're new songs. So this one's called Heat in the Wind.
Heat in the Wind.
Yeah. And the next one is Views, and then the last one's We Got Fire in Our Eyes.
Okay.
They're all brand new songs.
Heat in the Wind. Dust and hot dust in the wind.
Yeah.
Tell us about the first one.
The first one is just talking about, attitude, people get mad at each other, how to get around it type stuff. The other one is more of a, how people think, and how they change their minds and stuff like that.
Okay.
The other one's more of like, sitting around a campfire, singing, stuff like that.
Okay, cool.
All right.
And you're here in the KCIW studio, and we've got them mic'd in, right? Our engineering booth, are giving us a thumbs up. All right, go for it.
Ready?
Yeah.
I feel the heat upon my face. There's no room for our mistakes. I want to see you rise above, white dove. So far high up I can't relate, never too late. A heat in the windmill makes us a sin. A heat in the wind, that's all of it's been. A heat in the windmill causes a sin. Whoa, whoa, I see the sweat up on your face. You handle it with such a grace in face. As the wind blows through your hair, beware. Your head with dust just like a flare. Lay downstairs. Heat in the wind may cause you to sin. Heat in the wind, that's all of it been. Heat in the wind, that cause you to sin. Whoa, whoa. If only the wind could stop now. If only the fire moves on. As if the rain would go along. If only the wind could stop now. If only the fire moves on. Then the fire should just go out. Now the heat's gone from my face today. We're glad the fire has gone out, no doubt. We can just walk away, so they say. 'Cause into another normal day, hooray, hooray. Heat in the wind, man, causes the sin. Heat in the wind, that's all of it been. Heat in the wind, that causes the sin. Whoa, whoa. Heat in the wind, man, causes the sin. Heat in the wind, that's all of it been. Heat in the wind, man, causes the sin. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The heat in the wind may make us sin. The heat in the wind may make us sin. The heat in the wind may make us sin. The heat in the wind may make us sin.
Oh, whoa. That is some hard driving. I felt like I was riding on the back of a horse. I was kind of bouncing along, riding into the sunset. All right, and that was
That's a new song, and that's another new one too.
Okay, but ask him about the question.
So what comes first?
Yeah, we were sitting there going,
What comes first usually? The lyrics, the melody? How do you design a song? What?
Usually, I don't. Sometimes I'll just mess around with some chords. Mm-hmm. And I'll say, "Oh, that sounds good," and then I'll figure out, the progression for them, and then what kind of bridge or interlude I can put with it, so I can go from singing a verse to a chorus. Then I have to have some kind of bridge or interlude to get back to the verse.
Yeah.
And then once I get those down, I figure out the basic for it, and then I'll start figuring, okay, what kind of lyrics I can use for it, what the subject's going to be.
Do you read music? I forgot. You told me.
No, I don't read music.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm finding out a lot of musicians don't read music. That's okay. So you start with the actual, you're playing around with chords.
And just work out chord progression, and sometimes I'll use a capo,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Depends on the song.
So the heat and the wind when people are fighting, did that come from something you were fighting
I think that's
with?
kind of like a temperature, how, society is a temperature in the society, if they calm down, everything will be fine type thing.
Yeah. So it's not something that happened and then you said, I want to make it.
No, it's just something I came up with.
Okay.
Speaking from a former guard at Pelican Bay State Prison. He knows. Just let it cool down, guys. Trust me, you'll feel better in 20 minutes. Relax. All right, so you just start, you just you could just kind of, what you just did there just a second ago, when you just kind of just go through a beginning with a chord or something.
No, that was
And
cute.
intro.
just comes off the top of your head, isn't it?
Yeah, you just have an intro. You have a. Well, it depends. Just different songs are written different ways. Some people don't have intros. Some songs they just go right in the song. I usually have an intro so I can get the drummer and all of them going, and then we'll come up with a verse, and then I'll come up with a chorus, and I'll either sometimes have a bridge or I have an interlude.
So when you write your part, the guitar, how do you know, or do you just tell your band members what your part is, and then they all make up their own?
Well, what I do is I make a sheet with everything on it, with the chords, the verses, everything on it, and I'll give it to them, and I'll play it, and I'll show them how I played it. And then, like with Black GTO, and then we'll all go through it and see, okay, what can we change? Should we have a pause here? Should we make this longer? Should I put a solo here? And what I do is with the whole band participates, and then we come up with the song and make it work.
Okay, cool.
Is it hard for you to come up with lyrics?
No, not really.
They just come to you?
No, I used to go to the Rhyme Zone.
The Rhyme Zone, is this a place, a website that you can get?
It's just on the internet. You type in a word, like if you make a sentence, you type in a word, and then you want to see if you can rhyme something that will fit that rhymes that word.
Oh, the Rhyme Zone.
What rhymes with orange?
Yeah, well, of course, everybody's going to say that.
Like, let's see,
the
not
Rhyme Zone. That is a great little tool, huh?
Rhyme Zone?
Yeah, a lot of people use it.
I mean, people use AI all the time now.
If I get stuck, then I'll go, okay, let's go to the Rhyme Zone, see if there's a word I can use that'll actually fit in there that I don't think of.
How cool is that? All right, so it's a free site. Anybody?
Yeah, you just type in Rhyme Zone, go in there, type in a word, see what matches it. So when you do the next part of the verse, you can see, okay, well, I need to come up somewhere and get there. So then you start looking, how am I going to?
Yeah, that's cool.
How am I going to word it so it fits?
You're hearing the secrets from a master here.
A lot of people do that.
CIW. Okay, what else do we have? What's the next song? It's called Views.
The next song is called Views.
Like, that's a spectacular view.
We'll find out.
There's a time in our life, oh, our priorities are gone. The importance of our time makes us think we know no wrong. Understanding different views, we're talking about life's tragedies, finding the answers to our questions, learning that the truth, believe the truth. And I live it, and I see it, and I feel it to be true. Oh, life's crazy answers, true to my views. And I live it, and I see it, and I feel it to be true. Oh, life's crazy answers, true to my views. protecting the people that we love, helping with their every need, teaching them right from wrong, learning that respect is all you need. And I live it, and I see it, and I know it to be true. Oh, life's crazy answers, true to my views. And I live it, and I see it, and I know it to be true. Oh, crazy answers, true to my views, true to my views, true to my views, true to my views.
Oh, Vince Danna.
Wow,
You know,
fantastic watching those fingers
there is
fly.
something that I love that song. It pulls forth the emotions.
Yeah.
Anytime you touch my emotions, man, you get me thinking, reflecting, reminiscing, nostalgia. I'm a sucker for that.
Yeah.
And that one pulled me right in from the get-go. What kind of guitar are you playing?
This one is a Jacques. It's an acoustic,
Okay.
and it's
Nice.
I've always liked these kind of guitars. They just sound good.
It's got a cutaway there.
I've got quite a few guitars.
like-
I've got
like-
Fenders, Gibson.
Okay.
This one I like playing for acoustic though. It's just got that sound to it.
When
Well,
Vern,
it sounds even better when it's plugged in.
there you go. When Vern and Vern Monet was on, I said, "Yeah, here you have a bunch of guitars." He goes, "I got a bunch of guard dogs too." All right, that was Views. Very touching, very beautiful.
And so
song.
the left hand where you do the chord, what he says, what left hand is doing what? Anyway,
Playing chord.
no, you just didn't just do the chords. You moved the fingers 50
Yeah,
times a second to do. That is just amazing.
Yeah, beautiful.
That is really cool.
All right, beautiful song.
Very
okay, we
nice.
have room. Yeah, we still have. We got some time. Let's do another song. What do we got?
This one's called "We Got Fire in Our Eyes."
We got fire in our eyes.
Tell us about it.
It's kind of a campfire type thing. I guess.
Oh, that's right. The
Said that.
campfire. Okay.
A new beginning has begun. And now it's time we had some fun. All my work is done complete. And now we can party to the beat. Old and young and in between, gather around and sing with me. Strumming my guitar once again. Oh, I'm harmonious and my friend. We're gonna lift it up all night. Our people dancing to the fiery light. Play the music loud and long while I sing the song and move on. Old and young and in between, gather around and sing with me. Strumming my guitar once again. Oh, I'm singing with my friend. The
future's brighter all the time. Our troubles vanish sometimes in the signs. A smile and laughter every day. When we're together always way. Old and young and in between. Gather around and sing with me. We got fire in our eyes. I'm surrounded by my friends.
Nice, bravo.
Right
on.
Nice.
The incredible, talented singer, songwriter, guitarist, band leader, the lead guitarist. He has done so many things. Vince Danna. How can people best reach you on Facebook, social media?
Facebook. Right now, our Black GTO page is under construction, but if you type in blackgto.com, it'll pop up, but I don't think it's ready yet.
Okay.
We had to do some fixing to it. But on Facebook, it's 350 HP.
350 HP. 350.
Facebook.com, 350 HP.
Okay.
And then that'll go right to our Facebook page. And then Disturbing the Peace is it's a DDP 415. Gosh, I can't remember how it.
Or they can just find you by going to Danna, right?
Yeah, if you just type in, you just type my name in
Right.
in the thing, it'll
Facebook
pop
can
up. all
pop
those-
up. Yeah,
it'll pop up.
And you
all
can
those
see
stuff.
him playing a lot of these other songs. Really emotional, good sounding, strong voice, well conceived guitar playing and performance. Man, you're
And also Redwood Records. If you go on to Redwood Records, you can find a Black GTO there too.
Redwood Records. And
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I really don't know. I mean,
you want to
still
be
playing. Hopefully, I'm still playing.
Yeah.
right on?
Oh, this is good.
Maybe a
You're in
couple
good
more
spot.
albums out,
Oh,
and
yeah.
maybe opening up for some big acts one day. Who knows?
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's all out there for you, man. Just grab it. You know that as well as I do. You're so talented. Your teammates at Black GTO are all behind you too.
Do you want to do some shout outs here?
Well, they got Ray Martell. Who
Yeah,
else?
Ray Martell, Nick Martell, Greg Johnson.
There we go.
Yo.
That's Black GTO. And then you got Darren Bradbury. You got Tony Martell. You got Alex Ritter and Charlie Perry.
Yeah.
From Disturbing the Peace.
Any big gigs coming up in the next few weeks, months?
July 3rd of this year, Black GTO is playing the After Dick Party at 8 o'clock at Inoteca.
Oh,
that's when it was so
yeah,
super
that was
crowded last year.
Yeah.
So we're going to rock that place that day. And then July 4th, Disturbing the Peace is playing at 10 o'clock at Front Street Park.
Oh, good.
Cool.
And then July 6th, Disturbing the Peace is playing at...
oh, man, you're kidding me.
So see, July 6th is a golf course. No,
This
July
is-
6th is, I think it's the Elk Lodge in Brookings.
Oh, yeah, we've heard about
So
it.
you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's the Elk- I don't know.
Yeah.
And then we're playing the golf course too, Del Norte Golf Course. The 26th of July, I think we're playing the golf course. And then the 6th of July, we're playing Elks Lodge, I believe. Or
So
I might have it
busy.
backwards.
There's
If
something.
you go on our page, it'll have it all
Yeah.
listed.
Right on. Good,
Excellent.
good. We look forward to those times. You know, we'll be out there, Doc.
Usually this time of year is when we start doing a lot more gigs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right
very
on.
cool.
I'm a little bit shy.
Thank you
I
so much.
rarely dance, but
Yeah, I know.
I'd see you out of the store. We have been joined in the KCIW studio today with Vince Danna, an incredibly talented man that has brought his music and his soul and his story into the studio. We thank you, sir.
Thank you for having
Very
me.
much.
Okay, what do we got next, Doc?
Fun time,
Fun
Connor.
time. Okay, Ray, you got to, pardon me. Ray is our engineer back there. By the way, thank you guys, both you and Tom, for recording that and hearing that, listening to that, because I guess it's a whole different ball game when you get a musician playing an instrument.
Yeah,
And there's just voicing us and miking us. And
Vince
so thank
came in
you.
early to get tuned up or
Thank you.
mic'd up.
Do you got any good quotes for us this week, Doc?
Of course. Probably better than your joke. Just saying.
Okay.
All right. Here goes quote number 1. Have no fear of perfection. You'll never reach it.
Salvador Dali, right? That's
Salvador
like classic.
Dali,
Don't worry. Hey, have no fear of perfection. You'll never reach it. Did I have? Oh, what farm animal was a famous artist? Vincent van Gogh.
Vincent van Gogh.
These are like third graders. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, what farm animal is a cubist painter?
Who? How many
Pablo Picasso.
Picasso.
Picasso. Pig.
Picasso.
Pig. Oink, oink, oink.
Yeah.
Okay,
How
so-
many cubists do you know?
I'm not going to mention that.
All right. You see things and you say, why? Oh, wait. So this is actually something that is you kind of down
This
down
is
inside.
about
This is
Jacques?
you. Yeah,
You're
really.
describing. You'll
Yeah.
see Peter agrees with this.
Yeah, you
All right.
see things and you say, why? But I dream things that never were. And I say, why not?
Well, who's me? The why not guy?
You're
or
the why not. You come up with stuff and say, yeah, why not? It's like, how can you put this and that together in some art, something or other? And you say, why not? And then it kind of looks good sometimes. So, yeah, that's you. But it was said by George Bernard Shaw.
That vanilla ice cream the other night with spicy mustard was
good.
amazing.
What?
Spicy mustard. And, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't, right?
That's a shame.
It was good, whatever it was.
We haven't made him laugh yet. Okay, let's see. Okay. Do you know why I can't afford expensive paintings?
Why?
Because I have no Monet.
No more.
Wait, Janice gave me one and I forgot it. Wait, here. Janice gave me one. Why are marshmallows so popular at parties?
Why?
Because they're fun guys. Oh, it was supposed to be mushrooms. Why are mushrooms? Why is a mushroom so popular at a party?
Okay.
Because he's
You're
fun
going to
guy.
be banned from jokes.
All right.
I'm banned from jokes, Vince. I am pretty sad. I had the funniest joke, though, but nobody laughed. Okay. You can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have.
Wait, you can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. Very interesting. And that's by,
That's by Maya Angelou.
yep, Maya Angelou. Okay.
What's you?
You know, Doc, I used to impress girls
How?
by drawing realistic trucks. Mhm.
What happened?
I was a pickup artist.
Pickup truck pickup.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't do that anymore.
Okay, what did the artist say to his dentist?
I've heard that before. We had them for last time.
did?
And we banned it, and it wasn't.
My teeth hurt.
My teeth hurt.
My teeth hurts. So bad.
Okay. Creativity comes from a conflict of ideas. Donatello. So that's
Versace, the
Versace.
designer, Versace.
Donatello Versace was a sculptor.
Oh,
Did that black marmor, black something or other of David statue, I think.
it was a Black GTO statue. Yeah. Creativity comes from a conflict of ideas. You misspelled the word.
I know. Thank you.
Okay. Let's see. Do you know why painters are into mountaineering?
Why?
Because they're paint no mountain high enough. Oh, that is bad. Sorry, Ray just got him left the studio. Our engineer
It
threw
is
down the
very
headphones.
sad. These things are not good. Okay. Hurry up.
You have
We're
any
done.
more? Okay, the last one is, I once tried to paint the perfect sky, Doc.
Yeah.
I blew it.
Happens. Okay.
I blew it.
Well, we are done with our show today.
Vince
Thank
just
you for
left, too.
listening. You have been listening to
where are we?
KCIW 100.7 FM LP in Brookings.
Yeah, we've enjoyed listening to Vince Danna, and you can be here with us if you reach out to us. Jacques Kepner at Jacques KEPNER on Facebook. Friend me and find out more about us. Thank you so much.
So much for
everybody.
listening. We love learning from Vince Danna,
Yeah.
our artist.
Okay. All right.
Bye.